The Los Angeles Lakers are enjoying one of their most exciting starts in recent years, and while the return of 40-year-old LeBron James has energized the fan base, the true driving force behind the team's surge is Luka Doncic. His early season dominance has completely reshaped expectations in Los Angeles and pushed the franchise back into serious championship conversations. From the opening tip of the season, Doncic has played at a level that borders on unbelievable. Even after missing 3 games with a sprained left finger and a lower leg contusion, he returned without losing rhythm. Night after night, he delivers performances that leave fans, analysts, and even opposing players stunned, not out of shock, but out of appreciation for the greatness unfolding in real time. Through 12 games, Doncic is averaging 34.5 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 8.9 assists per game, but the raw numbers don't fully capture the command he has over each contest. He's controlling pace, dismantling defensive schemes, and constantly elevating the Lakers' supporting cast with his playmaking. His vision, patience, and ability to create efficient shots out of nothing have set him apart from everyone else on the floor. And what's even more impressive is the fact that he's doing all of this while shooting a career-low 31% from 3. The terrifying reality for opposing teams is simple. If that percentage climbs back to his usual range, the Lakers' offense becomes exponentially more dangerous. Naturally, Doncic's historic start has vaulted him into the heart of the MVP race. Only Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic, winners of the last 2 MVP trophies, currently sit ahead of him in the odds. For a player still just 8 years into his NBA journey, that level of consistency and impact shows how firmly he's cementing himself among the greats. But the most jaw-dropping detail comes directly from the league's official statistics. With 414 points and 107 assists through 12 games, Luka Doncic becomes the first player in NBA history to surpass 400 points and 100 assists in the first 12 games of a season. Not even icons like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, or LeBron James reached that combination this early, and still, Doncic believes this team hasn't scratched the surface of its potential. He points out that he and Austin Reeves are shooting far below their normal percentages from deep, something he fully expects to change as the season progresses. Obviously, I think me and AR haven't hit a shot this season. Doncic joked to the Los Angeles Times, "I'm not worried at all. Once we start making shots, we're going to be really tough to guard." The Lakers' new coaching system under JJ Redick has also played a role in enabling Doncic's freedom. Redick's emphasis on spacing, movement, and decision-making has unlocked new layers of the team's offense, blending Doncic's creativity with LeBron's experience and basketball IQ. That pairing of youthful dominance and veteran mastery has quickly become one of the most dangerous combinations in the league. Yet for Luka Doncic, this season goes far beyond personal milestones or awards. His mission is rooted in something deeper, carrying forward the legacy of the franchise he now leads. "Kobe brought so many championships here. LeBron brought a championship here," Doncic said during an interview with Snoop Dogg. "I want to be the next one. I met Kobe. I'm playing with LeBron. As a little kid in Slovenia, all I wanted was to play basketball, just to touch the NBA. And now I'm playing with the best." His words reveal a humility and hunger that reflect perfectly what it means to wear the Lakers jersey. He understands the weight of the purple and gold, and he embraces the responsibility that comes with aiming to deliver a title to Los Angeles. And statistically, he's on pace to challenge one of the franchise's most sacred milestones, Kobe Bryant's single-season scoring record of 2,132 points. That isn't just a record, it's a symbol of relentless drive, resilience, and offensive mastery. For Doncic to be within striking distance of it speaks volumes about the level he's reached. For Lakers fans, the excitement goes beyond the wins and highlight plays. It's about watching the rise of a superstar fully entering his prime, a player who not only carries the team's present but may define its future. It's about seeing someone who respects the legends that came before him while working to carve out a legacy of his own. Luka Doncic isn't just off to a strong start, he's crafting one of the greatest opening stretches in Lakers history. And if this level of play continues, the question won't be whether he can lead the Lakers into the postseason. It'll be how far he can take them once they get there. The Lakers have found their new engine, their new cornerstone, their new hope. and his name is Luka Doncic. While Doncic continues to carry the offensive load with historic efficiency, the recent addition of another key piece has elevated the Lakers' championship aspirations even further. LeBron James is officially back in action, and his return has immediately shifted the tone around the Los Angeles Lakers. After sitting out the first 14 games of the season with a lower back injury, the 40-year-old superstar finally stepped onto the court last Tuesday, giving the team a much-needed injection of leadership, experience, and stability. His comeback wasn't just another milestone in a legendary career. It was a statement moment for a franchise trying to establish its identity early in the season. James made history right away. In the November 18th win over the Utah Jazz, he became the first player ever to begin a 23rd NBA season. Even for a player accustomed to breaking long-standing records, this one set the tone. Longevity, durability, and a level of commitment rarely seen in professional sports. Across his first 2 games back, both part of a home-and-home series against the Jazz, James averaged 14 points, 10 assists, and 4.5 rebounds in roughly 32 minutes per game. His playmaking, pace control, and ability to dictate the rhythm of the offense immediately restored balance to a Lakers squad that had begun to find its stride even in his absence. Head coach JJ Redick highlighted exactly that. He praised James for his discipline, his willingness to move the ball, and the way he let the game come to him. Redick noted that James didn't force drives, didn't hunt for shots, and instead focused on elevating the players around him, a hallmark of the style that has defined James's game for 2 decades. But LeBron didn't hide the physical challenges he's been facing. Missing training camp, the preseason, and the early portion of the schedule left him playing catch-up in a way he has rarely experienced in his career, and he admitted that these first minutes back have tested him in ways he didn't expect. After the win in Utah, James spoke honestly about his conditioning. He said he has felt winded during stretches of play and emphasized that no amount of practice, scrimmaging, or drills can replicate the demands of actual NBA competition. Physically, he said he feels strong, but his basketball endurance still has a way to go, and he didn't hesitate to mention that returning to action in Utah, where the altitude notoriously impacts visiting players, certainly didn't make the adjustment easier. Even so, James made it clear that this gradual climb back to full rhythm is part of the process. He expects to improve with every game, and he believes his conditioning will steadily return to the level he demands from himself. The Lakers have been performing as one of the league's most consistent teams. They've won 4 straight games, climbed into the upper tier of the Western Conference standings, and have started to show the defensive discipline and offensive cohesion Redick has been pushing for since the preseason. James's return only strengthens that foundation, giving the roster an anchor both on and off the court. For LeBron, this stretch of games is more than just a comeback, it's effectively a delayed training camp. He explained that without participating in practices, preseason action, or team-wide drills, he missed the usual period where players iron out timing, spacing, and conditioning. Now, every game is another step toward rebuilding that base. He described the past week as his personal training camp, a crash course in regaining chemistry with teammates and adjusting to the speed of the game. And while he may not be at his peak yet, his presence alone changes the dynamics of this Lakers team. His voice, his command of the game, and his ability to slow things down in key moments give Los Angeles a layer of control they simply didn't have without him. What remains clear is that LeBron James is easing himself back into form with the same professionalism that has defined his entire career. He's not rushing the process, he's not forcing shots, and he's not pretending the adjustment is easy. Instead, he's embracing it head on, fully aware that once his conditioning catches up, the Lakers become an entirely different threat in the Western Conference. Whether he's scoring, facilitating, or simply stabilizing the team, James's return marks a turning point, and as he continues to settle in, the Lakers' ceiling only gets higher. As the Lakers continue building momentum on the court, the front office has also been active in reshaping the roster behind the scenes. The Los Angeles Lakers have made another roster move that reflects both their immediate needs and their long-term development strategy. The team has officially signed forward Drew Timme to a 2-way contract, and to open the required spot, the organization has waived Christian Koloko. This decision didn't come out of nowhere. Reports throughout the weekend indicated the Lakers were leaning toward giving Timme an opportunity, and the move was confirmed by ESPN's Shams Charania. It's the latest sign that Los Angeles is continuing to evaluate its depth, especially across the front court as the season settles into its rhythm. Timmy's signing comes after a series of impressive showings with the South Bay Lakers. He hasn't just been good, he's been consistently productive, something that often pushes developmental players into NBA consideration. On Friday, he put together one of his most complete performances of the season, 18 points on an efficient 7 of 10 from the field, along with 14 rebounds, helping South Bay secure a win over the Santa Cruz Warriors. 2 days later, in the rematch, he stepped up even further, finishing with a team-leading 22 points. Those performances weren't isolated moments. They were part of a pattern that showed poise, reliability, and a clear understanding of his role. While Timmy arrives carrying momentum, Koloko exits with a different storyline. He joined the Lakers last season as a developmental piece, someone the organization hoped would grow into a meaningful contributor over time. There were flashes, quick defensive rotations, timely blocks, moments where his length made a real difference, but they came in short bursts and never translated into consistent impact. In his 37 games last season, he averaged 2.4 points and 2.5 rebounds, numbers that reflected promise, but also underscored how far he still had to go. This year, Koloko hadn't yet cracked the Lakers' rotation. His first minutes of the season came only this past weekend with the G League squad. In those games, he finished with 5 points on Saturday, then followed with 12 points and 14 rebounds on Sunday. A solid outing, but not enough to shift the franchise's long-term evaluation. Timma, at 6'9", doesn't mirror Koloko's profile as a defender or rim protector, but he brings an energy and offensive polish that the Lakers clearly found appealing. His feel for the game, ability to score efficiently around the basket, and willingness to rebound in traffic have quickly made him stand out in South Bay. And with Los Angeles already carrying legitimate depth at center, the front office had more flexibility to make a change without compromising the structure of the roster. This move also continues a trend for the Lakers, using two-way contracts strategically as a way to test young talent, reward standout G League play, and maintain roster flexibility throughout the season. Timmy now becomes the newest name added to that group, joining Nick Smith Jr. and Chris Mignon as the team's current two-way players. For Timmy, this is a chance to carve out a role on an NBA roster that values hustle, execution, and players who can adapt quickly. For the Lakers, it's another calculated step in building out the depth they believe will matter later in the year. A new opportunity for one player, a reset for another, and a clear message from the Lakers. They're continuing to fine-tune every corner of the roster as the season progresses,